Здесь? Здесь? at that. What is this? Cadet. It's a goat. Sorry, no goats here. Just a park. Is that a goat? Looks like it. Greatest of all time, goat. Greatest of all time. Are you talking about some music band? I don't know that one. Here the branches can fall on your head. Oh, it just rained. Oh wait, greatest of all time. The acronym for that is GOAT, okay. Calling me the GOAT. Okay. What's up? Just like a goat walking in the park, you know. Trying to enjoy better temperatures, but it just rains. So. Oh, there's a group of people with dogs ahead of us. They're having fun. 6 dogs to walk. No, no Japan here. The other end of the world. Winter is gonna start soon. So now it's autumn. God, it's supposed to be warm. And it became cold because of this rain. And it said cloudy and sunny, no rain. Ha! Weather is really mixed up. You say yes, USA. And I say no, this is Japan. You say yes. Ah. Nice leaves here. There's this big ginkgo tree over there, but still green. I think 1 more month and then it turns golden. Oh, lucky I was in South Korea, but Germany now. American army, like, oh, South Korea, how nice. You probably had the same climate as Japan. Man, how do army people survive in those hot summers? I don't think you guys can, you know, work outside relentlessly when it's so hot. Gotta have some breaks. Japan? Yeah, there's lots of army, US Army in Japan. Don't let them send you to Okinawa because it's even hotter than South Korea. It's like jungle, it's humid. Almost like some Vietnam or something, you know, that kind of. You're from Texas, woohoo! Nice. I guess you don't have, you know, the very humid tropics there. Completely opposite probably, right? Gosh. I came from Canada, so Saskatchewan. Nice, crispy and dry. And here you feel like melted butter in the summer. Love the sun over this. Here in Germany it's terrible here. Oh, yeah, I think I lived in Poland. I can tell you that autumn is freezing cold, murky, cloudy, depressing, rainy, and then maybe snow comes after that. Yeah, it's difficult. I liked Canada better because it was already -10 at this time and snow, and but it was sunny, dry and crispy. But here almost never snows, which is okay, and it's dry and sunny for the winter. Yeah, you have to like invest in those lights to keep you going, like good indoor lighting and those waking lights, so you feel like sun is coming. In Canada on a cloudy day, the sun would rise at 9 or something, but it really, you could see it at 10 p.m. At 10 a.m. So that was like the beginning of the day, and by 4 something it was already going down. So short. You just go to work in darkness and come back in darkness. You traveled quite a bit. You plan on staying in Japan? I actually, I'm staying here. Yeah. Somehow I never left. I never thought I'm gonna stay here, but I'm still here. Yeah, that's good. I don't need to face -40-degree winters. Food is reasonable. Everything is reasonable. But they're getting expensive. Yeah, I know. When I was in Poland, it was like, oh, I'm tired already. When you don't see sun, it's so difficult. Thankfully, here is just 35 degrees away from the equator. Such a big difference. Still, there's enough sunshine, and yeah, it feels good. But not whole of Japan is like that. Some places they have just clouds and snow. It's complete snow apocalypse every year. There's somewhere in the north here, not as far as Hokkaido, but like Niigata and like kind of north of Tokyo. There are places where they have the highest snowfall in the world. There's virtually so much snow. They have sometimes 7 meters walls. Like, this will be the street, there will be 7 meters of snow piled up on both sides. So you're like driving in the corridors. Dark for 30, Japan is my favorite. They create all the wonderful stuff. The world culture, beautiful. How long have you been? I'm stuck here for like more than 2 decades now. Never thought to go back to the cold Canada. Although I like Canada, Canada is, lots of land. Here, of course, there's a shortage of land, so everything is expensive if you want to buy a house and things like that. But it's nice. Cities are so clean, so organized. Over there were just machines to buy some drinks. In the winter they're warm, in the summer they're chilled. It's really safe. Like, you could walk here in the midnight and no one's gonna jump you. And yeah, outdoors is great here. except the summer, where maybe you can. It's like you can stand in the heat maybe 40 minutes before you have to go indoors to cool. And it's the same in Canada when it's minus 50 Celsius or 40. You can only stand the same time outside, and then you have to run into the car or indoors. But there's lots of nature here. You just go out of the city, there's a national park, and it's still, Tokyo, bears, wild boars, deer, crazy stuff. No one's living there. It's just mountains, caves, and stuff like that. Lots of places to explore and hike. Of course, Mount Fuji is great. I've climbed it 4 times. Beautiful forest all around it. Different places of eruption. Beautiful lava from a long time ago. Yeah, I just I just packed my things and I found a job here, and then I never left. Yeah, we'll see if things get bad, or is it gonna be too hot? Maybe I really have to, or really have no choice but to go back to Canada. I heard even in Poland it's hot. Like they have these summers, and it's like the saying 42 degrees Celsius, you should not go outside almost. Yeah, Asia is nice, but it's too humid. Like it's too humid and hot. There's this rainy season that's in the spring, and then summer is like punishingly hot. Like wow, 20 years ago it was still okay. But these days, it's almost. I don't know how tourists enjoy it. They just go indoors maybe more. If I say gotta keep gun all times, yeah, that's what I thought. Canada too. Here, like the freedom you feel without guns is awesome. Like you never have to worry that you are at the wrong side of the city. Somehow there is no, dangerous parts of the city anymore in Japan. Everybody's mixed here. Like the poor live with the rich and billionaires, and the whole neighborhoods are pretty much evened out. You can go at night, you can go anytime. Sometimes some crime happens, of course, that's normal. But not this crazy Wild West, Texas, right? It's like Saskatchewan. It's probably the same thing, Wild West. Cowboys chasing Indians and criminals. Oh my God. I'm just so relaxed here. I don't think I can, go back. I would need some serious shock therapy. Yeah, I heard Poland was nice as well. You got some good food there in Japan. Yeah, Japan is all about food. It's really excellent. I would sleep outside in Korea, rice with more. Oh, nice. Yeah, there are climates. I mean, times in the year where you can really sleep outside. It feels great. Maybe close to the sea level, where the temperature doesn't dip much in. But if you have the right equipment, even in the winter you can sleep outside here at the sea level, although it might be cold, but not as cold as in Canada. Where I guess it's impossible. You will freeze to death. It's really nice, you can take tent and go around, but the problem is with the wildlife. It's technically you cannot really go to any national park and just sink in somewhere and set your tent, because you might get attacked by the wildlife, and they don't want people that are injured or dead. But if you find campground, so that's, you can do everything there. Stopped raining. How nice. Language barrier, man, I'm still learning the language. It's like never ending. But I know the basic stuff. It's not as bad as it seems. Like I could not imagine, going to Germany and without knowing German. But now everyone in Europe speaks English, so it's way easier than Japan. But in Japan, no one can. Like, there's so many people still don't speak English. It's if you need to get something done, it can be troublesome. Jobs, yeah, jobs are always here. Like if in the big cities, there's always something. I had so much hassle finding jobs in Canada because these cities they're like 200,000 people per city. Like, man, I went for a job and I could not find anything. And then when I applied, I only had like 4 years of university finished, and then PhD doctors were applied for the same job because they didn't have any job, completely outcompeted. Yeah, this is the stuff. With the translation apps and the ChatGPT or AI translation, it is so much help. But I arrived here before the smartphones existed, so yeah, you can imagine. That was crazy. Couldn't understand anything. Like riding a train was almost like wild. It was a wild trip because he didn't want to make a mistake and he didn't know which station is where. And oh man, the guy who was announcing the stations, back then there was some real person, like some old guy speaking it in some Japanese dialect that I couldn't even understand what he was saying. There were no Google Maps. You had to figure out everything by hand. Which bus, which train to take at which time to get to the other to the destination. It was difficult, but I think we kind of got spoiled with all the phones now. English versions of train stations, yeah. I bet if you go outside of the big cities, it will be just written in Japanese and nothing else. Sometimes people will run away when you see them in a village or something, because they will be like, "Holy cow, it's some strange person, twice the size we are." Yeah, now in these big cities, everything, yeah, there's English and Japanese, of course, and they also have Korean and Chinese, if you're lucky. And if you go to Hokkaido, they also added Russian. I've been twice to there, and it was like, why do they have Russian? It's like a popular destination from Russia? I don't know. It was strange. Oh, finished. Look at that. Beautiful blue skies came out. Time to get rid of the umbrella. Sun is coming over there. Oh, one of those sudden rains. You're black with long hair, so I was getting a lot of stares. Really? Oh my gosh. They were so amazed. Especially the older people, like they never seen a black guy before, or maybe it was because of my hair. Wow. Oh man, that's creepy. But from my point of view, I've only seen a black guy once in Poland when I was a kid, and that was it. And I always thought that every person in the world has the same kind of hair. I have like blonde hair, and I thought, yeah, it's like, but like, the black people have these really thick hair, and I could never like understand, like, wow, that must be so rad. So maybe they were thinking, that kind of stuff. They was just surprised. I mean, they're even surprised at my blonde hair because everyone here has black hair. I had some people like trying to touch my hair too. It's like, whoa, wow. Dreadlocks. I always thought, is it possible to get dreadlocks on blonde hair? Maybe it's not so possible. I think the hair has to be like a thick type. I was always thinking, like, if you do them, how do you, like, if this hair grows, do you have to redo them and untangle them, or how do you like redo this? But dreadlocks look cool. I would say if I could have anything like that, I would probably go for a haircut with those things. Stop around and stare. Oh my god, sometimes this happens to me here, so don't feel bad. I think it's just Asian people being Asian, they're not used to anybody twice their size, or tall people, or blonde, or well, at least in the big city, maybe they are better with that. Anyway, I gotta get going. Thanks for the chat, and yeah, I better go before it starts to rain again. Thanks for chatting. Take care for now. I'm shutting down.